Hello everyone, welcome to School Quiz. This is Anjali Singh and today we will start class 9th physics first chapter that is about the motion. So, so let's not waste our time and we'll start the chapter that is the motion. So I'll explain you with the PDF. Okay. Yeah. So yes. Yeah. See, this is the chapter which is about the motion. So I think you can see this tiger is moving. Okay. So how the tiger is fast moving? Is is this possible that a man can also be like moving faster like a tiger? No, it is not possible. But we can say they both are moving. Okay, every object has its own speed, but they are moving. So yeah, moving down. So here, okay, it will be there only at a fixed space. Okay, so you can see at a fixed space. Now, a tree is fixed at a fixed place. So we can say the tree is stationary. Okay, like a house also, like a school also. Okay, like a factory also. You see, this is the factory. Okay, like electric poles, like telephone. Okay, they all are stationary object. But some object like men, like animals, like cars, buses, they all are moving. Okay, so we categorize any object has its two position. First one is motion, okay, and the second one is stationary. Stationary means object at its own position. Object are not ready to move from its own position. So this is known as the stationary object. But when an object is moving or it start moving, like bus is at stationary position, but after a time, you can see this bus starts moving. Okay, so it is in motion. So there are numerous examples like planet. This is also moving, but it is very difficult to identify how and when it is moving. Like in a clock also, that hour hand, it is very difficult to recognize that when the hour hand is moving. Okay, actually when it is moving, like when it goes from 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Clear everyone? So this, okay, like there are cheetah, it runs in a jungle and it is very fast, like a fish swimming in water. These are the examples. Okay, now, yes, a common characteristic of all the moving body is that they can change position. What will be the characteristic of a body? The characteristic is moving body. They can change their position with the time. Means like the time passes, the object moving from its own position. Okay. Now, a body is said to, yeah, the proper definition, you can see the proper definition is what it is. The proper definition is like you see this an object is said to be in motion when its position changes continuously with respect to the stationary object. Clear? With respect to the stationary object as a reference point. It is very necessary that to choose a reference point. A reference point is like when you are moving, you are in car, you are in bus. So when you'll see the tree is stationary at their own position. So T is tree is a reference point. So when you'll see the T is at its own, tree is at its own position and the bus crosses to the tree. So with the reference point, an object is moving. Clear? Okay, there are so many. Again, with the picture, one example, like a car. You can see this car. Okay, this car. and after 5 seconds, this car goes from here to here. This is the position A, this is the position B. Okay, this car started moving. Now, here this house is a stationary and this is tree. Okay, so with the tree, this house is a stationary. With the tree, this house is stationary. Clear? This word, stationary. But what about this car? Car is moving. Okay, this car is moving from the position A to the position B. Clear? Now, if a body moves fairly fast, its movement can be observed easily. But if a body moves very slow, it is difficult to organize. Sorry, it is difficult to observe. Yeah, definitely, it is very difficult. That when the body starts moving and where it went immediately. Clear? So, as I given you example like the earth revolving around the sun, it is very difficult to recognize when the earth completes its rotation. Clear? Okay, good. So let's forward to the next point, that is about the distance and the displacement. So the first is about the distance and another is about the displacement. So to move forward, I'll move to the slide. It is very difficult to finish all the slides today, so I'll take hardly 3 slides. Okay, so distance and displacement. Now, to explain you, I'll tell you one example. See, this is the point A. Okay, you can see this is the point A, this is the point B, this is the point C. An object starts moving, not an object. Suppose a child. A child is at position 1. He has to reach to position C. Means a child from his home, he has to reach his friend's home. But first he went to the temple. This is the point of temple. This is the house of friend. And this is his home. So from home to the temple and then from temple to his friend's home. So what will happen? Here, the distance traveled by a body is the actual length. Here we will measure the actual length. So actual length is what? 5 plus 3, and let's move down. Yeah, that will be like what? That will be like 8. Means a boy moves 8 kilometer because first he went to the temple because he don't know the path. He only knows from the point A he has to reach the temple and then to the friend's house. Okay, so this is all about the distance. So distance traveled by an object is the actual length of the path covered by a moving body irrespective of the direction in which the body travel. Okay, so here we will not consider the direction. Here only we will consider from one point to another point and that to the final point. Okay, 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 students. Now, moving to the next. Let's suppose it is very less time and the boy has to reach from his home to the friend's home. Okay, from his home to the friend's home. So directly he'll go to his friend's home. That time, how much he covered the distance? That will be 4 kilometer. Okay, that will be the 4 kilometer. That will be the displacement. Means the shortest distance covered by an object. So this 4 kilometer is the shortest distance covered by an object. Here you can see the displacement formula. Here, yeah. First, I'll tell you the distance. Distance traveled has an only magnitude. Okay, that we will discuss later because now here you only have to see the displacement means what? The displacement, okay, again I have to move the slide. Yeah, the displacement you can see when a body moves from one position to another, the shortest, this word is very important, the shortest distance from the initial and the final position. The shortest distance an object is covered from the initial position to the final position. Definitely, it has to know the direction. In the first case, the child doesn't know the direction. He only knows from the temple only he has to reach his friend's house. But here he knows the direction. So the shortest distance traveled by an object, that will be the displacement, and the actual path, or you can see the actual length covered by an object, that will be the distance. Okay. So students, now, okay, back to the slide. So student, today we studied about the motion, how motion you can observe, easily observe. Sometimes it is difficult, but yet the motion is there, and the and about the distance as well as the displacement. In the next class, we'll study what is the property and a characteristic of the distance as well as the displacement. So for today, this is enough. Thank you.